Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains. The ants in France stay mainly in Japan. We got sound? Good. Well, boom! Now it is 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time on the 16th of March. That is a Tuesday. 3, 2, 1, hit it! Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everybody. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results, but please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Welcome to Forex.Today. My name is Wayne McDonald. I will be your guide. I am a currency trader. Before that, I was a venture capitalist. Before that, I was a high-tech startup dude. Participant. Before that, I was in the nonprofit world. Before that, I was in NASA. Before that, I was a child. So, yeah, there you go. So you know a lot about me. Good, great, fine. So, what are we going to do today? Well, you're going to ask questions, and I'm going to do my best to share my experience in a way that will help you become a better planner of the trading day. We can cover technical and fundamental analysis. Sometimes we cover trader psychology. I have a degree in macroeconomics, so feel free to ask about that kind of stuff. I love it. I like geeking out on econ. Anything else? I'd say take some notes, and then in the recording of the video after the live stream today, you can leave comments documenting what you learned so that you can be able to search your comments later on in life and say, hey, where was that one where you talked about the yield curve? And you type in yield curve, and it might bring up 5 or 6 or 7 of them, and you're like, oh yeah, it was this one. And you can rewatch it. So imagine you can customize your experience here at Forex.Today. Imagine that. That would be good, right? Please click the like button and tell YouTube this is quality content. Please subscribe so that you are alerted when I start a stream like this. I'd like to thank Traders Way for being a sponsor of our community. They're a broker, you're a trader. When you get to the point where you're ready to trade real money, you've developed the confidence and the skills to go big. Maybe you'll consider Traders Way as the prime broker to your new successful Forex trading business. Therefore, develop the relationship now while you're still on a demo account. Give them an opportunity to earn your loyalty and respect like they've earned mine. Tradersway.com, bottom right-hand corner, there's a form to fill out to open up a demo account. Literally 15 seconds, you'll be in the back office, which is nice and clean and beautiful, by the way. And then download MT4, MT5, C-Trader, whatnot, and get your practice on. Get your trading right, son. Tradersway.com. So if I refresh this, it goes from the 2nd of March to the 2nd of March. Must be in an hour because of the time change, maybe. Okay, cool. Anyways, so Frontera Dairy, I believe, comes out today. Still hasn't updated. Cool, so that might impact the value of the New Zealand dollar. Keep an eye on that. All right, let's get to the indices. Dollar versus everything, starting to weaken again. Oh, faux show, that's good. I love it, right? Because now we're past halfway. Do you remember? Yesterday was the 15th of March. And we said exactly 1 month ago that I definitely want to be short the US dollar by today. By yesterday, in fact. And so far, it's trying. It's trying. Yen is much weaker. Very nice, very nice. So that's risk on. This is turning risk on. CAD is risk on. Euro, even Euro risk on. But if you recall yesterday's webinar, I was talking about, hey, maybe I want to buy some like European banks or something. Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank, for crying out loud. Maybe buy some cars. Okay. Yeah, Pig just slaughtered today. And Aussie just hanging around doing nothing. Kiwi hanging around doing nothing. So a little slow in APAC. Housing price index up. That's very good. Remember that? That was very good. If you remember existing home sales the last couple of months, the numbers have been horrific. Okay? Horrific. Yes, I can do that for you, but you can do it yourself as well. Just look at your welcome email. There's a link in there so you can manage your own account. Okay. Okay. So coming up. Okay. Well, we know retail sales for. I'm skipping that. I'm like, okay. I'm skipping that because I think you already have that in your mind. Kind of just looking forward, import-export data, so you can do your GDP calculations for Japan. Leading index out of Australia. Yeah. And again, of course, tomorrow's the big day, right? Tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow's the big day. Oh, my pleasure. Okay. Cool. So always keep that in mind. Let's move on to, well, let me ask you guys, what currency pairs do you want me to cover today? It could be commodities as well. It could be crypto. What would you like me to cover today? Let me know what's on your mind. Morning, Jean-Guy. Beast. Okay, pound yen. Okay, right off the bat, Kenneth, yen is weak and pound is weak. Why would you want me to do USD, yen? Both are funding currencies. Both are weak. I don't know why you'd want me to cover that. CAD yen. Okay, that's a good trade. CAD is strong. Yen is weak. Swissy in general. Okay, Swissy strong, so pound Swissy down. Bitcoin, sure. Exotics, generally USD, peso. Yeah, but see, I missed that peso last week, and I've been reluctant to jump in. I've sort of half-heartedly tried a couple of times. Yeah, it's been nice, and I missed it. you know, I looked left for a second and then it was gone. Right? I turned my head to cough and then boom. All right, so thank you for sharing those, by the way. For those like for Kenneth and Andre, like you have to understand the reason we do relative strength is to avoid bad trades. And like I don't want to look at pound yen. I mean, I guess you could say, well, it's fallen so far today. Yeah, but you would have had that set up yesterday. So maybe if you were to look at it for tomorrow. But like CAD yen makes sense. Okay. So CAD yen, what would you want to do? Well, let's look at technical analysis. Okay. So you want it to drop back down to what, 87, and buy it up. We're actually done for the month. So everything up here is danger zone. So to go to a smaller time frame, it's very overbought, a little bit dangerous. So it looks like it wants to come back down to 87, if you ask me. I guess you did ask me. Okay, too little, too late, I suppose. Let's look at all the yen pairs. Okay, Aussie yen has big draw, then weak. Okay, trying to find its place. Coming or back around, coming or back around, coming back around. Okay, coming back around. Okay, maybe one thing we should do to adjust here is look at all these on an hourly basis. So maybe that's where the pound yen comes in. So let me double check. You just might be on a smaller time frame than me. Here's one way to do it. Just make everything more sensitive. Okay. All right, so now they're a little more sensitive. So pound is still quite weak, and you can see yen is recovering. So, and I guess you could argue this is recovering, but if you're just looking at here and here, it's still not a very good trade. Okay. Aussie versus dollar, for example, is the better trade. So we can take a look at that one. So let's go to pivots, Aussie dollar. Okay. Okay, you can see Aussie dollar's done quite a bit better. This is the support zone I outlined earlier. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. But you can see roll reversal, roll reversal, roll reversal, roll reversal, roll reversal. And guess what? It acted like a roll reversal. Shocking, right? Okay. You see how that would be a better trade technically? Daniel, I don't have an answer. It was for you to find the answer. It wasn't a test in that way. It's a test whether you care enough to do something about it. Looks like you did. So is that the answer? I don't know. Right? But wouldn't it be great, Daniel, if you're sitting down with a client or a potential client and you could sit down and explain your theory of what happened to gold, and you're like, well, if you look at the Central Bank of Turkey, blah, 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 they'll say, wow, I never thought about that. Well, you might be the only person on the planet that thinks that, but at least you did the research, right? At least you did the research and you came out with an opinion. All I asked you is to say, why did gold drop like a ton of bricks? Well, that's a good question. And, you know, if I asked 100 people, I'd probably get, 103 answers. Well, of course, because they don't have any money. Right? Why didn't you buy your... I have it right here. After that, it's up to you, On. See, On, what I'm trying to prevent is if I bought here and bought here, bought here and got knocked out and waited, and bought yesterday, people will stop listening to what I teach and you'll just copy my trades. Do you understand that? And then that case, you might as well just pay me money and I'll trade your account for you. And we could skip all the free webinars if you're just here to copy my trades, right? So I don't want to overdo it. I talked about this for 6 months in advance that I was going to do it. So I did one, right? Now, and then I'm like, now drop into your daily and look at this and look at this and look at the swing. Look at the weekly. The weekly says up, and then we have a triple support, and here's the day. And, people are going to try to front run FOMC, and then they'll probably catch one after FOMC and all that. But I'm trying to avoid people just trying to figure out what I'm doing. I tell you days and weeks in advance what I'm going to do. And the rest is up to you, right? So this account isn't like, this is how you should trade. But it's showing that the lesson has been given. Okay? Sangam said, oh, that was the first time you read the Indian Central Banking site? Yeah, good. Good step forward, huh? Well, I can't trade the rupee, but, so, yeah, I don't talk about it. But I talk about it from a macroeconomic sense. So, yeah. Oh, well, namaste. I pinged my friend in India last week. He and his family, they're billionaires. And I just pinged him last week, and I'm like, hey, man, how's the family? How you doing? Is India opening up? And he's like, yeah, we're good. But no, India's not opening up. All right? Yeah, well, Sangam, that's because nobody's allowed to trade it. So there you go. All right, so anyways, Aussie, nice little setup off 77 yesterday. And USD CAD just sort of farting around. If I add some more time here, you'll remember, sort of the analysis that we have. Generally, there's a downward trend, okay? And our target is 124, and now we're at 124.60. I shorted it at 126.5. So, but it looks like, technically there's a lower low, right? Like if we do this, okay, this looks like a lower low. There's a negative slope, right? Y equals mx plus b, okay? M is equal to rise over run. If M is less than 0, it's bearish. Cool. So in this case, M is negative. M is less than 0, so it's a negative number. So it's a bearish trend. So what we're hoping for on a smaller time frame with that in mind is sort of this kind of stuff. Gotcha? So 124 is conservative target. 123 is the aggressive target. 123.89. Might as well get out at 124. So there's that kind of stuff, right? Any questions about this? Okay. See? So as long as we're going to continue in this fashion, I'm also looking at this slope. Let's do it this way. I'm also making sure that this has a negative slope as well. Okay. What is Y? Well, this is statistics. So you have to imagine it. Let's delete this. You have to imagine, okay, something like this. Okay. These are Y and X axes. Okay. And B is the intercept and M is the slope. Let's see if there's a good definition. X-axis, Y-axis. Let's talk to Google. Talk to me, Google. Okay. The X-axis and the Y-axis and axis are axes. Okay. Together they form a coordinate plane. X-axis is usually the horizontal, Y is the vertical. So, let's do this again. When we look at it this way, okay, what we're saying is Y, oops, let's change this, okay, Y and X, okay. So Y is this, okay, X is this, and so, okay, Y is equal to that, X is equal to that, okay, B is equal to the intercept, okay, and M is the slope, okay. So maybe I can pop that in and see what Google says. Y equals mx plus b, meaning. Okay, let's do that. It's a linear equation, okay, the equation of any straight line, which we're doing here. Okay, straight line. We're not looking at the data, we're looking at the data set. Okay. Where m is the slope of the line, b is the y intercept. Okay. Where, okay, anyways. Okay, in this case, you can see the slope is positive. M is the change in Y value over the change of X value. I like to call it the rise over the run. Why? Because Y is up, vertical, rise. Okay, so anyways. Okay. All right, so it's linear equations. All right, cool. So so that one's working out. So Aussie and CAD are paying well. Big recovery here. Seems like it was just a second ago it was all red. Bit of a recovery there. Did we do euro? I'm not sure if we did euro. So we're just farting around on a swing trade. Okay. Target is 120.5 to 121. And it hasn't done much of anything. Nice little slow trade. The challenge that we have in front of us is this area here is going to act as resistance. Okay? So we need the higher high. And in my opinion, if we get the higher high, we will skip this part. So let me redraw it. We got to get through this. This is the big challenge. And if we do, and of course the plan says we will, then, you know, this is going to be, you know, I mean, very clearly, not only is it the target, but it's like legitimate resistance. So the plan here is pretty straightforward. Okay. So we're just farting around. It's been a couple of days, haven't really gone anywhere. Can I also do gold? I'd be happy to do gold. Bengali. I think the Clintons own a whole bunch of real estate there, don't they? How do I protect my eyes? By watching screens for hours and hours? I don't watch screens for hours and hours. I'm a swing trader. What's up, Crypto Rage? So anyway, so we'll see where that goes. We'll see where it goes. Let it run. All right. So let's move over. What? Let's do some commodities. Faux show. Look at that beautiful Pegler pitchfork. Oh my god. Okay, look at that pitchfork. Isn't that pretty? We'll bring this across just to make the point. But isn't that lovely to your mum? Boy, it held like crazy, huh? And this really is showing us fib wars. It just gets complicated when I throw a fib on top of a fib in two different directions. But that's all it is. I call those fib wars. But instead I used a pitchfork. Well, I went to an ophthalmologist, true story, just last week. And we were talking about eyes and vision. And he says, yeah, well, you know, everyone stares at their phones all day. And their eyes are going bad. He said, the eyes weren't designed to stare at screens for hours and hours and hours. We're supposed to be hunting rabbits. And I looked at him, I swear to God I said this. Well, if I was hunting rabbits all day, I'd be deaf. So I made my decision. I swear to God I said that to him. So yeah, all right. So I need glasses. Shut up and get me some glasses. I don't need a preacher. I need an ophthalmologist, all right? I'm sorry. Is there an ophthalmologist in here? All I got is this preacher. I suppose if I drink less and exercise more, that'd be good for my eyes too, huh? Come on. So anyways, this is for Daniel. What happened in August of 2020? I don't know. You tell me. That's why I asked you. If I knew, I'd tell you. All right. Let's take a look at, I know this is silver. I'm going to switch it back to gold. Well, because this other one is just, well, I'll clean it up. I'll just clean it up. Let's start. Let's do position trading bullish. You want to do that? Position trading bullish. Okay, it's a little low. Okay, if you're a bull, you'd be looking this way. Someday. Okay. But yes, I'll comment. Daniel said it was the Central Bank of Turkey. Okay. But likely it would be, yeah, central banks ran to gold at the beginning of COVID and now are unwinding. Some are not because of balance of trade issues. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we got the retail sales. All right, everybody freak out, everybody. For the do 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 -3 wah wah wah. So here's the thing. What is that going to make the Fed do? Buy more bonds? Sell more bonds? What's that going to do? Biden's going to add more stimulus, remove stimulus. Okay. Hard to kind of worry about inflation with retail sales falling. Okay. The interesting part of that is gasoline prices are high, and you know, every time you go to the gas pump, you're really buying something retail, right? So gasoline prices very often can skew retail sales, right? And so even though gasoline prices are up significantly, it's still a negative number. Part of this might support my discussion yesterday of, despite Trump sending out stimulus checks, most people saved the money. They didn't spend them. And now we get more money on the way. And most people will probably save them. Or so Trump's $900 billion. I'm not sure how much of it actually went to stimulus checks, but $48 billion went to the stock market, which is a form of saving and investment, but not consumption. How much of Trump's stimulus how much was the first thing? How much? All right, let's just see if this brings up anything. Hang on, let me read. All right, so what I'm reading here is, after holding up the $900 billion coronavirus relief bill for nearly a week, President Donald Trump has just signed off on the stimulus package, which includes $600 checks. So I want to know how much of the $900 billion was the $600 checks. Of course, it won't tell me that. I want to know either the percentage or the dollar number. And this article doesn't say. I'm going to stay with this because I'm interested. COVID relief bill, $900 billion. Roughly 80% of Americans are expected to receive the full $600. Interesting. You know, anyway, so it doesn't tell you. Maybe someone could do the research for us. But what I'm getting at is 900 billion, okay, is not $600 times, 300 mil. So there's a lot left over. So maybe I could just do it that way. But it's not even close, right? So anyways, do the math. $600 times 300 million. Okay, it's not even close to 900 billion. Okay, 48 billion. Okay, was invested into the stock market, according to Bloomberg. So if those numbers don't work out, then I have to do just research to find out what the real numbers are. Okay, yeah, I know 180 billion, but I want to, because I just grabbed that somewhere else. It said 80% of Americans were eligible, but I'm counting children and stuff like that. But let's say, so let's put it this way. Let's say it's not actually 180. It's probably closer to 150 or something. Let's say it's 150M. Let's just dumb it down. 150B. Okay. But roughly 50B of it, so let's say 33%, okay, of the stimulus checks, of all the free money, 33% of it people popped into the stock market. Presumably a lot of the GameStop type things. Remember, I blamed GameStop on the stimulus. So what did we learn? If most people, saved or invested, and this would be 33% will say invested into the stock market, okay? Others paid off credit card bills maybe, or put it in a bank or that kind of stuff. I don't know. But it didn't get turned into new velocity, new rotation of dollars, right? So if we know 33% of it right off the bat was invested, this is probably closer to 66% total. So let's say 33% saved it, 33% invested. So of the stimulus checks that went out, 66% of the people didn't need the money. 2/3 of the people are like, oh, look at this, free money. What do I do with it? I'll just pop it in the bank account, or I don't really give a crap about $600, so I'll throw it into GameStop. Oh, good. So that skews the numbers even more. Okay, now right, Jim says 127.5 million people. Okay. So that changes it, but this becomes almost 70%. This probably gets closer to 70, maybe 72%. But according to all that, then, using this logic, I don't know if it's true, but using the logic, oops, not dollar, 70% of people that received the checks didn't really need it. Now, this is what Trump did in December. So now there's another $1,400 showing up. It's going to skew things. We already covered that, Sangam. I talked about it and I showed the number. Anyways, so I have some concerns, like, how is this going to fix COVID? How is this going to get the waitress at Applebee's, how will it get her job back? Well, it's the closures, not the economy. Okay? PK, come on, dude. You know negative news would create dollar strength. I know you know that, PK. All right. So anyways, what are 70% of the people going to do with $1,400? What's 70% of 130? What is that? It was 100 million people, right? So where's all that going to go? Stock market, let's say. Interesting, though, huh? Now, of course, I don't know if any of it's true, but follow the thought process and logic. And if you're going to ask me, why does the stock market keep going up? I'll say, well, people have money they don't need. And Bitcoin, and, well, the consumption of everything will go up. Okay, Sarav? Consumption of everything will go up. Okay. George Soros. Well, maybe it's a different PK. Yeah, that's PK. That's just, yeah. Maida's right. Like, if you're a currency trader, you really need to know this stuff. You need to know how news impacts currencies. I mean, you just really need to know that. And so Maida is 100% correct. Is this going to update or what? Maybe it's not today. Devaluation is a devaluation. See, I guess you're saying the money supply is going up, so it'll devalue. Yeah, but that's not why the dollar weakens. I mean, it does. I mean, somewhat. But think of it this way. if the government gave you free money and you paid off your credit card bill, well, your credit card bill was money you spent a few months ago, let's say, and now you spend it and the debt goes away and the money, I mean, what's the velocity of that money? Like, probably almost nothing, right? So, very little new economic activity. It's not really, I mean, yes, there's a devaluation, but like, the Fed has been buying hundreds of billions of dollars a month for 10 years, right? So yeah, but you're going to see the dollar weakens much more because of economic activity. And that's what you want to look at. Okay? And even more than just the velocity of money inside the economy, but really how quickly it heads out. So, for example, I want to look at like U.S. net exports. We'll do it this way. Okay. Check it out. Dollar weakening, dollar strengthening, dollar weakening. Okay. Why? Well, that's money leaving the United States. And then the money gets converted into something else, because if it leaves the United States, it's worthless. So this is money leaving the United States, increasing the supply globally. Increasing the supply domestically doesn't necessarily create devaluation. It would create inflation, similar but different. But this is money leaving the United States to be converted into something else. So the amount of dollars floating around in the interbanking system goes up, and the value of each goes down. And it's the money outside the United States in that case that matters. And therefore, you could say, well, this is kind of like an index of the U.S. dollar. You know, it's the dollar weakening because it's leaving. Okay? So, yeah. So, okay, there you go. Money leaving the United States. Okay. Okay. Look at this big spike as COVID's becoming a problem. And then the turn. Cool.
Dairy is a $300+ billion global industry. It creates business opportunities.
Exact boat.
Global industry.
Oh, I've been on that boat. Awesome. Love junk boats. Beautiful Hong Kong. So that swimming pool I was in, or swimming in during the Class 10 typhoon, is taller or higher than this building. The swimming pool I was swimming in was higher than this building over in Central. Something like the 147th floor. I'm in the swimming pool, and the whole building is swaying, and the water's coming out of the pool and going against the glass. And I Skyped my wife and my daughter from the swimming pool. I'm like, look at this. The water's going up over the glass. My daughter starts crying. I'm like, what? They're like, that's so scary. I'm like, yeah, but if you're going to die, like, what an epic way to die. Like, yeah, he was swimming in a swimming pool on 150 floors or 150 stories above the ground. And then it was a class 10 hurricane. And as he was swimming, the water, the building swayed and all the water broke the glass. And he went out in a tsunami out the 150th floor. Like, nobody's gone out that way before, right? Can you imagine, like, the only person in history wearing a bathing suit to fall out of the sky to his death? I'm like, epic. Epic. And my wife didn't agree with me. I'm like, wow, man. Why did Jim Rogers die? Did he really? See, I don't even know that. Oops. I don't think he died. I think he's still around. I'm like, really? I saw him speak once. I think he was a pretty good speaker. Oh, is that right? Oh, I see. Yeah, get fleshed out, right? Master trader. Anyways. Aussie, a little bit of strength here, a little bit of strength here. Okay, fine. All right, so what have we covered? I did oil, I did gold, Biddy. I want to do let's change this sucker back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin. There's no coin like Bitcoin, like no coin I know. I'd like this to go up today, but that doesn't look likely now. Okay. This is crazy weird, out of position and everything. Weird. It's definitely not bullish anymore. Someday, when you're all alone and the world is cold, right? So you got to keep this marked up. It looks bearish for a while. I liked it at 45. That was a very nice setup here at 45. Okay. Those days are days gone by. Okay, check the daily 21. Aight. Okay, in that case, I don't want daily 21 because it's lagging, right? So that's probably what you're getting to, that we're really on it. Okay, let's do this. Insert, indicator, custom, 0 lag. 21, shift it 4. And yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Lovely. Okay, so that's not the 21 EMA, that's the future 21 EMA. Okay. And you'll say, well, that's basically what the 8 SMA is telling you. I know, but maybe this is helpful. Okay. So I'll take a look at this and see if it's kicking off of that. I'm in a transaction now. I don't think it's cleared yet. So it matters to me. I need this to go up today. I need this to go up today. So with that in mind, I would do it this way. Okay. And I would hope the roll reversal holds. I'm going to measure it kind of like this. There's your 50%, 618. 618 gets you to the 1382, and that gets us up back to 57,650. Okay. Try to see what price I'm in at. Yeah, so my transaction's at 55.5 and we're at 54.9. So yeah, I'd like it to go up at least $600, but $1,000 would be great. So 54.5, 55.5, 56, 50. Yeah. So we'll play it out. Just looking at this. This came out just recently. Yeah, this is sort of the rate of change. This is interesting because you can see the dollar. Well, I don't know. I should be careful. Let me read this because it's the rate of change. So what we're looking at are import prices and export prices, but when you look at the change in prices, it's a bit different. So what this is showing is import prices have gone up, but export prices have gone up. So U.S. import prices advanced 1.3%, which is this area, right? Let's do it this way. You're looking at this, okay? Imports, not in dollar terms. So the dollar might have changed, right? Not in the quantity, but in the price, okay? 1.4% increase. Exports also rose. Okay. I'm going to delete this. Come on, delete. Okay. Okay. Prices for U.S. imports rose 3% over the past year. The largest 12-month advance since the index increased 3.4 in 17. You see that? Okay. So there's a combination of things going on there. We're importing more and the dollar is weakening at the same time because we're exporting dollars and importing crap from Amazon and Walmart. Data says, Wayne, I was checking historical data for most Forex pairs and find out 50-50 between bullish and bear. So I don't know your methodology or what you're studying, but that supports the fact that I teach you to either be a bull or a bear. Because if if 50% of the time you're right 100% of the time, then stop doing the opposite and washing it out. So if you only did half, right? If you only trade bullish or if you only traded bearish, you'd be successful. It's for those that are trying to be both that find that they're inconsistent. Right? So if someone says, man, I'm a good trader, but I just can't get past break even, then stop doing half your trades. So here's the swimming pool in Hong Kong. So you can see. So this is great. I was sitting here during the typhoon. I'm sitting right there, like literally in this corner, and the waves are going in and out of the pool, up against the windows, and then it swish back the other way. And an employee walks in. He's like, "Holy crap! What the hell are you doing up here?" And I'm like, "Hey, can I have a coffee? Can I order food?" So I ordered a newspaper and French press coffee and probably a ham and egg croissant or something. And they bring it to me. And he's like, "You can't believe I'm up here." And then I sat there and I had my breakfast, and the water's going up here and up there and up here and up there. It was pretty funny. Yeah, see how awesome this is? Totally. And there's some behind where this picture is taken. There's this area where you can sit. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, right behind it. So it's kind of cool. You sit there on a nice day. If you're in Hong Kong, you got to do it. Yeah, so this picture is great. So in my mind, I remember the water would go over top, and then it would come this way, and you could see 2 or 3 steps down, and then all of a sudden the water would come back and go up over and spill over the cool, man. Nice swimming pool. Where's this? That's not Kowloon or Central. Where is this? Where is that? Oh my God, an outdoor pool. I'm gonna go here. Where's this? Ritz-Carlton, yeah. Indigo, cool. Oh! Four Seasons. All right, we gotta go there. I want that. That's what I want. All right, as soon as Hong Kong's opening, we're going there. This is an interesting place. All right. It's too enclosed. Oh, golly. Metro Park. That looks good. Okay, and where's this one? 33rd floor, Metro Park Hotel. I don't know where this is, though. All right, can you tell I'm jonesing to go? We need to go somewhere and hang out. Data says, through empirical research, I am correct. Thank you. All right. So right now, we got some risk off, nat gas down, crude down. We'll see if we can get biddy up. We're at 55. I'm almost at break even now for my my Bitcoin transaction. If I can hang on another several $100s, I just basically have an unleveraged trade. Cool. Oh, we didn't do exotics yet. My apologies. So here's the sort of the re-entry zone, or, you know, demarcation point. Okay, so again, here's the entry. The target's way down here, and, you know, the process is, are you adding on the way down? Okay. Okay, there's your double top, lower low, lower high, not quite a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Hopefully working our way down, right? Cool, right? So game on is basically this line here. Lower high, right? So hopefully maybe this is the lower high. What about tomorrow? So the way you can deal with this is template. Let's do like day trading bearish bias. Drop into like a 15-minute chart. So imagine at the London Open, you had a bearish bias on USD Rand. At what point would you have sold it? Master says, hey, do you still expect yen strength? Well, if it's going to happen, it needs to happen quickly. Okay? Because I'm not going to tell you the CFO of Honda and Mitsubishi and Toyota are going to wait till the last day to move money. Okay? The DAX? FX Noob? Yeah, the DAX is good. Oh, you caught it on the DM3? Sweet, dude. Johnny on the spot. Oh, and Morena did as well. Oh, Morena. Sorry, didn't mean to call you dude. Morena caught DM3. Nice trade. I want to look at that pound yen trade. What did you do? You scalped that. Okay. Yeah, nice trade, Marina. Okay. Oh, let's go back to the exotics. Peso. Just never caught it. Just never caught it. You got to be patient. There's always a time. Ed Ponzi's been around a long time, yeah. When a blind man cries, close the door. La 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 la. I think I covered everyone's requests. Yeah, I guess I'll pull the plug here. Yeah, everything seems like it was an all right day. Thank you for attending today's webinar, the Forex.Today YouTube channel. Please visit tradersway.com and open up a demo account. Remember, these webinars do not cost money, but they do come with an obligation to open up a demo account at Trader's Way. Richard Spencer, the trade I originally set up was way up here, and then the secondary one is here. I mean, we're just riding the 21, but I haven't been able to catch it in a way that I feel comfortable. So I just wait. I'll get it sometime. Don't worry. So peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May our profits be above average. Yes, Maida. Yes, I will. See you in the war room. Yes. I had to make some changes the last second. I think things have been changed. The next webinar or the next presentation is also done, but done in the sense that I have to review and make minor changes. But, you know, I felt at the last second, last week, I said I was going to do it, then I didn't do it. I thought the presentation's complicated enough where I thought it would be helpful to have keys for the charts, because it's complicated enough that it warranted that. So, we had to go back and spend time doing stuff like that. And I wanted to change some of the examples, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Okay. So anyways, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Thank you for being on my team. I invite you to join fxbootcamp.com. It's still 76.4% off. I'm going to raise the price very soon. I know I've said that before, but I'm going to do it. So if you still want that discount, great. Hurry up. And then once you, that gives you access to all the training videos like fundamentals and day trading and swing trading. But it'll also invite you to join my live trading group. So, that's how you do it. fxbootcamp.com. See you tomorrow. See you later today. Cheers.